Wednesdays are for Super Bowl champion Zach Ertz joining the show. He, of course, won one with the Eagles, spent some time in the desert with the Cardinals, and he's running it back with those Commanders who have the highest expectations. What does a leap for them look like? What does a leap for Jayden Daniels even look like? Did Jayden Daniels even have one rookie moment? Steelers fans might say, yes, he did. No, we're going to get to it with Zach Ertz. Very excited to have him here on the Up and Adams show. If you're watching on FanDuel TV, if you're watching on MSG Network or Yes or YouTube or wherever the show might be being seen, we appreciate it so much. We've got one of the division rivals, okay, of Zach Ertz. Cowboys running back Deuce Vaughn is on the show. New coach who I'm obsessed with. Revamped O-line, low AF expectations for America's team. I want to talk about what this run game is going to look like, and more teams reporting to camp. We'll dig in on the latest. Terry McLaurin! Welcome to the Up and Adams show, trying to figure out my mic. Matthew Hamilton. We have such good guests today. Deuce Vaughn will be joining us. We will, of course, I'm trying to figure this out now. Matt, can you hear me?
Please don't touch it. Well, yeah, it's working. Please don't touch it again.
And then I got finicky and I thought, oh, give me 1 second.
There we go.
No, 1 second. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah. Working great. Just, let's put it down. Let's leave it there.
Hello. Well, you know what?
Let's not touch it again.
Why are you blaming me when the blame squarely goes on the shoulders of Adam Peters? NBA legend, Magic Johnson, your decisions or lack thereof, your commitment issues are trickling down from the NFC to the NFC North in Chicago to downtown to my Best Buy apparatus here so that we can talk to the great people with Zach Ertz. Adam Peters, get your together. Kidding. We love Adam Peters, of course. Built the foundation. They can't do it. I can't wait to talk to Zach Ertz. Hamilton, appreciate you. I'm not going to touch the microphone. We are great. We're going to get to the Commanders. That's the big story for me, one that we've been tracking. How is this deal not getting done? But I do want to start with a team that I might owe a bit of an apology to. My favorite city in the world, New York. One of my favorite teams to visit, training camp tour year in, year out. That would be the New York Jets, okay? A lot of changes, top to bottom changes. We have not really given them any talk, any love, any real estate on the show this offseason, but they've had a big couple of days here, and they're very important, and let me tell you why. Making Sauce Gardner the highest paid corner in the NFL, giving Garrett Wilson the monster deal. Huge congrats to both guys, two absolute studs. And shout out the important part of it that I'd like to kind of, wrap everyone's head around. Yeah, you love seeing Sauce get paid there. I love seeing that on the old algorithm. This is important because of Muji. Okay, Mr. Muji, we got to love on him a little bit. Darren getting ahead of those is a home run. I don't know what happened in the home run derby. I heard whatever. Darren Muji won the NFL home run derby, I think, these past couple of days. These were his first two at-bats, his first two big-time contracts since taking the gig, since getting the gig, since everyone's like, who's this guy? He's a guy who swings and hits and goes yard, okay? He's amazing. And they got them done early, which is so atypical for the Jets. It is so atypical for a lot of NFL teams. The longer things draw out, the less likely people are going to be happy, the less likely resentment doesn't build, the less likely you're going to be a Super Bowl champion or a contender or just not in the basement of your own division. He got these done, and also sans drama in New York, Kaz and everybody writing the back pages. We got the good people at the New York Post, the good people on the New York circuit, on the shows, the productioners. You ain't got squat to say. There's nothing bad to say here. He took care of business without drama, getting them done early. Sucks to be you guys this morning. What's on the back page, right? Really well done by Muji, by the front office, by the team, and it's such a beautiful start. Like the perfect aperitivo to the start of this new regime that I kind of have as a let's kick it back to Latin and tabula rasa, blank slate it. They blank slate. I know nothing. I don't know much about them. I haven't dug into it that much. Really nice taste in our mouths this morning. And Sauce is the highest paid corner. Garrett Wilson, top 5 at the receiver spot. I couldn't be happier. They've been good. And, Garrett has been so consistent. 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons with all the tumults. I think it's like 6 different starting quarterbacks. So I'm hoping he can finally find some stability at some point soon, because he will take it to another level once he does. He wants it. And maybe this is the year he finally gets that in the form of his former college QB, Justin Fields. I'd love to see it. It's very fascinating. Justin unquestionably, like without question, the guy going into this season. He's got Garrett. He's got Brees. This is a team that is being ignored by me, who loves them always, right? So like they're being ignored largely by everybody. I like what Justin showed in Pittsburgh in the early part of last season. I'm interested to see how much this time and this experience and the way that things happen for a reason, sitting for the first time in your career will contribute to development, right? He's 26, which is wild. I'll remind you that I'm in on Justin, and there's lots of quarterbacks that you can't write off early when they're still this young. We talk about that ad nauseum on the show, so I won't get into it. But it's going to have potentially that Baker, Sam Darnold second act vibe this year. And I think if anybody's going to do it, it is Justin Fields. If you look on FanDuel Sportsbook, the win total is 5.5 games. The bar's low. It's in hell, this bar for this squad. They're going to clear it. I'm a believer. They're getting the second longest odds to make the playoffs in the AFC at plus 470, longest odds in the AFC East at plus 1,700. I'm not sure any of that happens. When you look at the roster and you look at what it's going for right now, if Aaron Glenn and Justin Fields have a little bit, they're going to have a pretty good chance to do that this year and clear that low bar. So we'll get to that. Hamilton, who has the worst odds to make the playoffs this year? I might have missed that.
Who has the worst odds? It's the Cleveland Browns have the worst odds to make the playoffs right now in the AFC.
Who has third?
Third, let me pull that up. Hold on.
Sorry. FanDuel Sportsbook guys, get there.
The Titans are third worst at plus 420. Browns are plus 820. It's almost twice as long as the Jets. Yeah.
You live there in New York. Muji?
Yeah, it's interesting. It has been quiet. Even around here, it's been quiet with this new regime. I think, the draft was positive for Muji, but I think this was the one, seeing how these deals were going to go, because you knew you had these 2 talented young players that need to get extended. How was this going to play out? And to get them done so early without drama, like you said, I think this really was his way of ingratiating himself with Jets fans. I think Jets fans are very, very happy the way these last couple of days have gone to get these 2 guys locked up and know that they have some pieces that they can build the future of this franchise around.
Who won the Derby?
Cal Raleigh, the big dumper.
So Darren Muji is the big dumper
Big dump
of the NFL this morning. That was weird. Okay. Where was the All-Star game? What city? For $1 million. I don't know that I could. Oh, that's fun. Nope, didn't watch. Okay. I do want to say, let's see. So you see Garrett Wilson gets paid, right? And we're like toast of the town. You're looking at our lower third, like New York Jets, Jets, we're loving. Commanders. What? I'm almost going to lift my mic. I almost did it again. I'm not going to do it. I'm nervous. I hope Zach Ertz can calm me down about this situation. There was a shoot. Terry spoke after a commercial shoot. He admitted that he's frustrated. Of course he is. That shouldn't be that big of a headline. If he said he wasn't frustrated, that'd be weirder. But he also had this to say when being asked about a potential trade.
I want to be here. I want to make that abundantly clear. I really appreciate this fan base, this city. This place has become my home. I've poured a lot of myself and given everything that I can every single day since I've been here, through the wins, losses, good, bad. And, at the end of the day, you do want to feel valued and you do want to feel appreciated.
He handles it in perfect Terry form. Couldn't have said it better. I cannot imagine him somewhere else. I am starting to get nervous because I do think that as, him not hearing from them, I think when negotiations go into this territory this close to the season, I think resentment builds. I think it's I think they're way less likely to get done, and people are dug in, and they would have. I'm getting to that area. I don't think that I don't like it. I don't like it, and I do. I would never want to be a GM. These decisions are hard. They do not exist in a vacuum for a GM, especially when you have lots of stars to worry about. That you're Adam Peters, you got to figure this out, but you got to figure it out and pay him in that Garrett Wilson / DK Metcalf world. 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons, a trillion different quarterbacks and coordinators. He's still been ascending year after year. Somehow, we have Zach Ertz on the show. Zach Ertz, I was reading the quote over and over this morning. He's a better human than he is a player, and that's crazy to say because he's such a great player. Joe Theismann coming on our show saying he's the go-to. Like, you can't do it without him. What would like day one of training camp be like if he's not showing up to school? Like, what? It's weird. He's such a consistently powerful and important part of this organization. So please, I guess maybe this will spark the convos. I loved what he said, how he said it. It was with reverence. It was genuine. He wants to be there. Him correcting it sort of says that you are now on, this isn't like, let's pay him. You're on a team that can win a Super Bowl. Can you win a Super Bowl without him? Maybe, but I wouldn't want to see it as a fan of, good things and good things being rewarded, right? And I don't know if you could win it without him. I don't know what the plan would be. Debo, you're number one. What does that look? I don't know. You want Terry there. Everyone must, right? Really tough couple days probably trying to work it out, and hopefully it gets done sooner than later because, we got to hide some money under the mattress, like Matthew. We'll take a break here. We have Zach Ertz on the other side. We'll get to more of this with Zach Ertz. And really, Zach Ertz back as a Commander. We love to see it. Our guy. Saw Julie on the Fox Soccer. We're going to get into all of it. We'll be back.
Perfect.
Matt, they should call Jason Bateman and figure out how to launder. Okay. I don't know how to do it. I don't know anything about, that's what he does, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Ozarks, I'm assuming you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Jason Bateman, aka my perfect man. My number one crush is Jason Bateman. Richard's wife also. He's neurotic a little bit, and he's like a little quirky, and he's very intelligent. And he's good looking. And I think he probably was like part of our lives growing up too, because he was on that like Hogan show. What was the Hogan Family? What was that show that he was on? He was on a show when I was very young. No, he was on a show.
Arrested Development was the first big one that I remember. Silver Spoons.
It was like reruns would be on. I don't know if it was. Oh yeah, so the Hogan Family. You guys never watched the Hogan Family?
No.
Look it up. 6 seasons.
Okay.
But it was before our time. But it was.
I love that the first thing you say is neurotic for why you like him so much.
Well, because like on Smart List, he's like the one who like is. I don't know, but he's my number one crush. This is not where this conversation was supposed to go. It's like him and Steve Colbert are my number one crushes. That tracks for me.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know why Jason Bateman. I never watched Arrested Development. Anyway, I think it's his delivery. He's like quick-witted. That's probably why. They need to move the decimal points. I want you to find a mattress, probably at a mattress firm. No judgment. To put some money under, move the decimal points around, spin it in the dry cycle, and make it happen. I want you to money launder Adam Peters. There you go.
That's the thing. Yeah, you can always find those ways to move decimal points around later as things go on. But like while Jaden's on that rookie deal, it's the time to strike.
Yeah.
Figure the rest out later.
Do you think that I don't know if Zach can hear us. I don't want to talk to him. But do you think he knows about this milestone? What do you want to bet?
I don't know. I feel like he probably does.
Okay, let's see. 20 seconds. Deuce Vaughn on the show. Love that.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, we've been waiting to talk to him since before he was drafted.
Did we
Excited
air
for
that? Did we air that Loveland thing? No.
Yeah. Yes.
Did that bike go out?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't tweet that. Can you remind me to tweet that today?
Looking to throw, end zone, touchdown! Zach Ertz!
Gets it in, caught by your guy, Zach Ertz, touchdown!
To win. Caught for the touchdown! Zach Ertz!
He's back, and he, of course, already a solid Super Bowl champion, wants one with the Commanders. Welcome back to one of the most exciting teams, one of the most important teams in the NFL, Zach Ertz.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm so good. It's good to see you. What's your offseason been like?
Oh, it's been great. The whole crew's out here in Virginia now, and so it's hot, humid, so that just means football season is around the corner, and excited to start up. I can't believe we start up next week, a little less than a week now, so time has flown, but I'm so excited to get it back going.
When did you know you wanted to be back with this
Playing
team?
or with the Commanders? Yeah, I mean, it was really a no-brainer for me to be back here with the Commanders. The moment we unfortunately lost the game against the Eagles in the NFC Championship, I knew right away that I was going to play next year, and it was pretty much here or bust. I didn't want to play anywhere else. The culture, the people, the quarterback, you don't leave this situation just to leave it. In my opinion, there's few places as exciting to play in right now than DC. And so for me, it was really a no-brainer to come back.
It's so true. I mean, I love that you're back, and I can't wait to see what you guys do this year. You personally are on the cusp of hitting a pretty huge milestone this season. Are you aware of that?
No, I don't know what milestone you could be talking about.
Well, maybe there's a few, but the 41 catches from entering top 5 receptions all time among tight ends. You're looking at them. What does this feel like to see yourself among the best to do it?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty special. Obviously, these are guys that I've tried to emulate, try to steal bits and pieces of their games throughout my career. Obviously, I didn't get to watch Shannon Sharp film. It wasn't as prevalent now as watching some of these other guys. Obviously, Trav and I came in the same draft class, so we've been up there together. But it's honestly just, I think, a testament to the people that have helped me along the way. You know, you don't do anything like this by yourself, being able to play this long in the league, being able to be around some amazing coaches, quarterbacks, teams, and all that is fun. The stats are fun and everything, but at this point in my career, all I really care about is winning as many football games as possible. And so I've trained extremely hard this offseason to be at my best for the team when they need me throughout the season. So, yeah, the stats are cool, but winning is a lot cooler.
Have you changed anything in your training? You always work extra hard every offseason.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's as you get more, I don't want to say older, but as you get more years in the league,
I hear you.
You kind of have to adjust certain things here and there. You know, I'm not as focused on the conditioning aspect going into camp. It's more trying to get as explosive as I possibly can and use training camp to kind of build the football shape. Because regardless of how hard you try to get in football shape, nothing really emulates practice and football and playing football. So for me, the training has changed probably a little bit, but I'm still with the same strength coach as when I was in college. He's the best strength coach I've ever been around. So for me, it's just part of the process. I love the process, and I tell people all the time, when I stop loving the process is when I'll be done.
I mean, exactly. I know you're going to put it to the team, but I do want to talk about you personally just a little bit with some of these like records and things like, and you're doing it, you know, as a tenured vet, and you've got these young cats just coming in and they're crushing it too, like the Brock Bowers of the world. You still, though, hold the record for most catches in a single season by a tight end, which is kind of, I was looking at it, I was like, damn, that's amazing. 116 grabs. Back in 2018, I remember it well, you remember it better. It was a 16-game season, mind you, young cats. When you were watching Brock Bowers last year, scale of 1 to 10, how nervous were you when he had like 108 going into that final week? Be honest.
I honestly thought he was going to get last year. But at the same time, it's going to be broken. Obviously, with the extra game, it's just a matter of when that is going to find a bunch of value and long-term, kind of notoriety by having a record in the NFL. They're meant to be broken. And so for me, whoever gets it, I'll reach out to him. I'll congratulate him. But at the same time, like I said, it's not about the catches and the yards. I think the best thing about that stat is we went to the playoffs. Oftentimes you get these huge numbers when you don't go to the playoffs. And so for me, I think the best thing about that record is that I did that and we went to the playoffs that year. And so that's what I'm probably most proud of from that season.
Got it. Your Virginia Wi-Fi was cutting out in the beginning. Did you say that you thought he'd get it?
I did think he would get it. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi.
That's okay.
But yeah, I did think he was going to get it that last week. But I'm sure the Chargers knew he was close, or I think it was the Chargers. And so I'm sure they didn't want him to get it. Like everyone doesn't want the opponent to get a record. So I'm rooting for whoever gets it. I don't know if that was caught or not, but I am rooting for whoever gets it. And like you said, it's an extra game, so it's a matter of when, not if.
My producers are like, it was the Chargers. And I'm like, of course it was the Chargers, because Zach paid very close attention. And that's so hilarious, because I would too. I think it's a very human thing, because part of being a good team and caring about is bringing it and wanting to bring it and be fiercely competitive. And I just thought that was very cool. And I don't see that record going away anytime soon. 116 was insane. And then you go on to last year, 2024, these Commanders went on this amazing postseason run. You get to the NFC Championship, and as a team, you'd been there, done that. 1991, that was so fun to watch that from the outside and looking at this fan base. Your overtime touchdown catch, Zach, against the Falcons, it got it all started in week 17. Can you walk me through this touchdown?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just great timing and trust from Jaden and I. We've repped that play 1,000 times, not that specific concept, but variations of that play throughout the season, not only in the red zone, but third down. And it really is just a trust throw for Jaden, that if he's throwing that side of the field, Terry kind of gets doubled or whatever's going on backside, that I'm going to be the guy. And he's got to trust that I'm going to cross his face. And we've repped that play so many times that he was able to anticipate it, throw with timing. And I think that's the thing about Jaden that people don't understand, is like they see the physical tools, but he is a pocket passer and then can hit a home run, 60-yard run, whatever he wants to do athletically. And so as a receiver, tight end, those are the guys you love playing with, guys that want to stay in the pocket, play on time, play in rhythm. And he's just a special, special player.
You've played with special teams, special players. The Jaden hype, I mean, I hear it from everyone. And like, there wasn't a rookie moment for him. And Cornelius was saying, like, I'd never seen anything like that before. And this is a guy who had like Drew Brees and all sorts of different quarterbacks. I'm trying to like wrap my head around what a leap looks like for Jaden Daniels. Like, where is there a world and all the things that matter where there could be improvement? What would you say to that?
I mean, that's a great question. I think he had a phenomenal year last year, and I think when he goes back and watches the film, I, as a tight end, can't exactly say what he needs to improve on. But I know there's always things in this league that you can improve on. Going into my 13th year, there's things that I'm continually trying to get better at. And really, that's all sports. That's the best part about sports, is you can always find something to work on, because no one is a perfect player. And so for Jaden, I'm sure it's just little things. Consistency, footwork, timing, whatever it is, there's something that he is working on, because he is a guy that loves to put in the work, loves the process, and has very, very high standards for himself, and holds himself in he has such high confidence in himself because he wants to be so great, that it really resonates with the rest of the guys out there on the field and on the team with him. So yeah, from the outside looking in, you could say he had a phenomenal year, but in the back of his mind, he's saying, I can be better this year. And it's crazy going into his second year how good he was last year, but he's going to have that. He's going to have that mentality for the next, hopefully, 15 years. Like,
did he even have a rookie moment? Welcome to the NFL rookie moment. I guess the loss, kind of, but he played well. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a third down scramble against the Giants in our week 2 game where he got obliterated. Maybe that was his welcome to the NFL moment. But other than that, I mean, in terms of him changing his demeanor or his poise, or a moment was too big for him, I can't remember a moment like that.
Yeah, we can't talk about like what he needs to improve on. What did you notice as a veteran from the day you met him to the last time you talked to him that you're like, that stands out, that has evolved so much as he's gone through this year?
I mean, his humility. I mean, that's the thing about Jaden is things have really, really haven't changed. He's such a humble guy. He is just one of the guys. And oftentimes when you see guys come in that are drafted as high as he was, that won the Heisman, they come in with such a kind of almost an ego. And Jaden was just a guy that wanted to learn. And so I think that's so rare. And I think that speaks about the type of person he is, the type of person that will continue to be is, yeah, his confidence, comfort level in the offense has grown from last year when he first came in to like the offseason OTAs, his demeanor, his ability to execute. Yeah, it's improved, but the person has not changed at all.
Yeah, and knows the playbook. He's not learning it. Maybe things slow down. I'm really excited to see. Like, I don't know what a leap could even look like. I think it's terrifying to imagine, but I can't wait to see what it does. I saw a stat the other, you're talking about training and things that have evolved in your tenure. There was a stat the other day that the Commanders are the oldest team in the NFL. The average age is 27 years and 247 days old. And I almost didn't believe it because you do have so many young stars. Like, it's a perfect mix, right? You've got your Jaden, some of your younger guys, but then some true OGs, you and Bobby among them. Can you sort of explain why that is a superpower? Like, why that gives you an advantage, right? That mix of youth and experience on that squad.
I mean, twofold. One, it's like all these other sports, the guys that are 34, 35, like Durant, Bobby and I, maybe not in Kevin Durant's category, but he's still getting traded for first-round picks at 36, 37.
There we go.
Football really is the only sport that is viewed, like age is viewed in such a negative light. And I think there's so many variables in terms of just saying someone's age. Like your processing speed is faster. You're able to recognize the defense is better. And so I think there's that side of being an older player that people may not account for. But also with our team, AP, DQ, Cliff, they've been so deliberate in the type of people that they've brought in, just guys that loved going to work every day, loved practicing every day. And truly the culture that they've built in terms of just wanting guys to be able to maximize their individual potential so the potential of the team continues to get higher is really second to none in terms of the buildings I've been in. Everyone on the team, I can pretty much say from top to bottom, loves to practice, loves to work. And so for guys like me and Bobby, it's just it's easy to come to work every day. There's no like, oh man, I got to go to work every day and you're 13, 14. It's really just, we love being around the guys. We love the type of people that are there. And so it's really just enjoyable to go to work every day.
And I think people who might, you're saying it's not looked at as a bad thing. Like, you and Bobby had tremendous seasons last year. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just the young cats and it wasn't just the quarterback. It is that true team thing that you open this interview with, as you always do, because it's kind of who you are. But you were so important to that. Bobby was so important to that. You were so big on third downs. You were a security blanket for Jaden. And I think so. It's just an interesting thing. I will ask you this, like training camp day one, how many different eras of music are we going through? Like top to bottom?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, as an older guy, you kind of have control of the aux, but you're always open to requests, I would say. But at the same time, it's just fun to be a part of the guys. The guys are such good energy. Jaden, Mikey, Ben Sinnott, these guys are going to be great players for a long time. And so for me, it's just fun to be a part of the organization.
I don't even know if they know what an aux is. Like, does Jaden is
exactly.
aux out literally? Yeah. They're like VCR. What are you talking about? Anyway, I you've been so consistent on saying no brainer. Like that there was that loss. You knew you wanted to come back. If you were coming back, it's the Commanders. You've been on teams. You've been around the league long enough, top to bottom, culture, ownership, coaching, whatever that looks like. What is it? What is one thing that the Commanders do better than everyone else?
Oh, man. I mean, it's hard to say for sure because I haven't been in every building. I don't understand everyone's process. But I would say Coach Quinn is probably the best coach I've been around in front of the team and being himself and bringing energy and holding guys accountable at the same time. I think he is truly a difference maker in this league. And I don't know if you can say that about every single coach, that they're a difference maker with their team. But I think Coach Quinn truly elevates all of our performances, and not only on Sundays, but truly every day. And so for me, being around him in particular has really opened my eyes to how good he is. You know, I was never with him. I never played with him before I got out here. But immediately you knew that he was a difference maker in this league.
Zach, if I had Coach Quinn in my life every morning, like I would be a pretty like optimal human being. Like I would get a lot done. I'd be like, you know, I remember going to training camp and it is hot. And even to make it through that day, like how motivational can a man be to make me through these sweltering, you know, vibes that you guys are having at training camp? He had the, you know, the motto last year. We knew what it was. It was on the t-shirts. What is this year's? It was anybody, anytime, anywhere. What's this year's?
I mean, I think for us, it's all about the standard. We hold ourselves, each other, to a very high standard, and the standards have the foundation has been set, and it's up to us as players to really hold each other to that standard. The standards are very clear if you're not performing up to the level, and it's really not a performance thing. It's really how you carry yourself each and every day, how you approach the game. How you control the things that take zero talent in this league. Those are the things that are non-negotiables for us. And so for us, it's all about the standards. It's all about continual improvement. And I would say that's kind of the biggest thing.
Zach, you and I have known each other a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think whenever you decide to hang it up, you'll have a future in broadcasting, wherever you want, in the booth. I mean, have you thought about that? I'm sure. A little bit.
I mean, I'm definitely closer to the end, so those thoughts kind of creep in as you enter the latter part of your career. But I also don't want to know exactly what I want to do. I think if you put too much time and energy into what you want to do post, you're kind of doing yourself and your teammates a disservice for the time being. So yeah, I think those conversations have popped up here and there, but for me, I'm not spending too much time in terms of preparing myself for life after football. Because for me, I don't know how much longer I'm going to play, how much longer I want to play. That's a year-to-year thing at this point. But I do love the guys. I love the process. And for me, I think I don't want these guys that are coming in, especially these younger guys, and it's like, man, I heard great things about Zach, the way he approached the game, but I felt like he let his foot off the gas at the end. So for me, it's almost like I'm going even more aggressive, harder now, just to make sure I'm not letting these young guys down in any way.
If you win a Super Bowl this year, will you be done?
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to make a blanket statement like that. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's just like I said, if I can make a difference on the field and I still love the process, for me, I'll still want to play. And so whether that's 1 year, whether that's 3 more years, I don't know exactly. There's a lot of decisions that are much bigger than just what I want now at this point with 3 kids and a lovely wife. So for me, it's a conversation to be had. And I'm not going to say either way what is going to happen.
I mean, broadcasting is waiting for you. That free agency period will be a frenzy for you because you always, we're talking on the production meeting at 6 a.m. like, oh, Zach, like he gives like but you say stuff, you are honest, you are vulnerable, but you do a very good job of handling the media. I can't wait. I think you'll be we never talked about this, but you'll be on the other side and I can't wait to see what happens with that. Now you and I have known each other a long time. I would like for you to now make me feel better about Terry McLaurin. Can you make me feel better about Terry McLaurin?
Yeah, I mean, I think Terry is a guy. I'm not going to over there. I don't know the business of what's going on. I'm not privy to the conversations. But what is it? July 16th. The first game is September 7th. There's a lot of time between now and then to get something done. But at the end of the day, I mean, everyone knows Terry's working his butt off, whether he's in the building or not in the building. And so for me as a player that's gone through contract situations, public contract situations, I appreciated that my teammates weren't out there giving their opinions and everything like that. So I'm not going to come out here and say one thing or the other. But what I do know is Terry is going to do everything he can to be at his best when his best is needed. And fortunately, his best is not needed tomorrow or early next week. It's needed towards the end of training camp, week 1. So for me, I'm rooting for Terry. I hope he gets paid as much as he wants to get paid. But in terms of the business side of it, I'm going to stay far away from that.
Well said. I mean, you've already made your feelings on him known that he's like the best.
Yeah.
Heart and soul.
Yeah, I mean,
we all know that.
In terms of like number 1 receivers, there's 2 guys, AJ Green, which I saw at the end of his career, Terry McLaurin are the 2 guys that literally, if they had 150 yards or 20 yards, you couldn't tell the difference in their demeanor. And I think that speaks volumes about the type of people they are, the type of how they work. Dudes just want to be great teammates and give everything they can for their guys. Those 2 I hold in especially high regard.
It's interesting because sometimes while these things are going on, it creates an opportunity and it all kind of works out at the end. Terry will come back, hopefully, right? We'll figure that out. But then in the meantime, other people have an opportunity to shine or take more leadership role or whatever. Like that's how it works a little bit with a little. And then by the end, everyone's got the experience and the depth. And like there's always a little bit of an opportunity with an injury or a gap or whatever. Is there someone that you've noticed in the off season? Because I'm not buying that like it's got to be different without Terry in the off season stuff. It just has to be. So is there anybody that you're noticing, whether it's a young person, old person, that's sort of sticking out right now?
Oh man, I think we have a really talented receiver room in general. But a guy that has always consistently been underrated in this league is Noah Brown. I don't know if it's because of how he came into the league but the dude is super, super talented. Probably one of the better route running receivers I've been around in my career. He had a phenomenal offseason. And then Jalen Lane, the young rookie receiver we drafted, I think from a football IQ standpoint to how he handles himself, very, very mature. And so I think those two guys to me really stood out this offseason. And the good thing about that room is that it is very competitive. And Terry leads the way. Obviously, he's led the way in that room for a long time for this organization. But there's a lot of good people in that room. Debo, obviously, adding him, definitely a different type of player, different type of dynamic, but a guy you need to find ways to get the ball in his hands. So, yeah, I'm excited about the room in general. Luke McCaffrey, another guy that I think is going to take the next step. So for me, it's just fun to see guys compete, obviously. And that's what the best part about going into training camp is that all expectations, all off-season talk is irrelevant from the moment we start camp. How last season ended is irrelevant. And so for me, it's all about competing and earning your way. I'm not walking into training camp this year expecting anything. I expect to go out there and earn the trust of my coaches and my teammates again. It's not like, oh, Zach is penciled in to do X, Y, and Z. We need to find him a way to get this many balls or this many targets. It's about me going out there and showing them like, yeah, maybe you need to give me a little more. Maybe I don't earn as much. And so for me, that's the best part about training camp starting is all the talk of the off season or how the last season ended will finally be done.
Big Jalen Lane fan. Love that you gave love to every receiver, but cannot wait to see what Jalen Lane has in store. Can't wait to see Scary Terry. One last one before we let you go. You said it doesn't matter how the last season ended, but the Eagles are a thing with you. You know that. Were you not upset? How did you feel about those games not being in the schedule earlier? You don't face them until 16 and 18. Do we like that?
I thought it was a mistake. I don't know what goes into the making of the schedules, but I thought for the NFC Championship rematch, the first one to be week 16, like you see here. I thought it was a little late for my liking. I'm sure for their liking. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter who we play, what time we play, where we play. We're going to Spain. We're playing Thursday night, week 2. So for us, it's going to be every year is a tough schedule, a hard schedule. The Eagles games, the divisional games are always tough. But there's a reason that they won the Super Bowl. They were better than us last year. And so, yeah, those games are going to be fun. But at the end of the day, we got a lot of games that matter just as much as that one throughout the season.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll want to get at them early. I get it, but then at least these 41 catches, you'll blow past Shannon Sharp. That'll be knocked, off the list, and you won't have anything to worry about ahead of those late season matches, which I sort of like because it's like a crescendo, and then we get to see them right at the end when things get juicy. Zach, we appreciate you. All the love to your family. Enjoy the Virginia Heat, and maybe I'll see you at training camp.
Okay, thank you.
Great to see you. Congrats on everything in your new deal. Go win the Super Bowl. You're second. We'll be back up. We got to separate these by a break, right? Because we got division rivals. Listen, I'm in on the Cowboys. I love your coach. I want to talk the run game, Deuce Vaughn. How have you never been on the show? I don't understand. Love.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to have. I can't believe he has to have been on the show. I can't fathom.
No, we've been
elusive.
We've been on him. Yeah, been talking about him for so long now. Yeah.
Okay, excited about this. Thank you. Perfect. We got a Darren Sproles in it. Little Darren Sproles loving this next little thing. I love it. Let's go. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah. that Dan Quinn stuff should go out.
Yep. That's what we're working on right now. That was a great bite. The Terry stuff. And then, yeah.
I mean, he didn't say anything about Terry.
Yeah, but still. To being in the news. And the schedule thing was great with the Eagles.
Jalen Lane was great.
Yeah. Yeah, having a rookie come in and take that on. Great to hear.
That I don't remember him getting destroyed by the Giants week 2. Do you? I don't remember.
There was a big hit. Yeah, I remember there. Yeah, there was a big hit.
Isn't that crazy that that's in his head though? Why is that in Zach Ertz's head?
It's a great question. I think because that was what everybody was worried about him coming out of college. I remember like all the clips of him at LSU, like trying to do too much, taking big hits. So yeah, so that might be why it stood out, because it was like, oh, here it is. Like, but that was really the last time he took a big hit like that.
Yeah. All I remember from the draft process with Jaden was everyone loved him, and then nobody would give me a comp.
Yeah,
he was compless, body frame type prototype, right?
Yeah,
people were having a tough time likening him to other quarterbacks, and it was like there was a whole that thing going on. His frame, I think, was highly debated, and now it's like,
yeah, yeah. I think the closest comp anybody got on his body frame was like Marcus Mariota. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, 30 seconds. Tell Deuce thanks for his patience. Excited to talk to him. Oh, but are we going to argue off the jump here? We are, aren't we?
Might have to. Maybe he has but you might not have to, because
no, I think I might start with this K-State thing.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to go.
I don't think both are.
And then you can argue.
Deuce.
It's a great movie.
Welcome back to Evan Adams. Appreciate Zach Ertz stopping by. And now we get to meet my next guest, entering his 3rd year as the most elusive running back in the NFL, because he's evaded me an interview in this show. RB for the Dallas Cowboys, Deuce Vaughn, whose favorite movie is Interstellar. Why?
It most definitely is. Thank you for having me on the show, first and foremost. I've been wanting to get on here so badly, and I'm glad that we finally get able to. But Interstellar is my favorite movie. I watched it whenever I was a young kid, and I just love, first of all, I love space. I love everything that goes into it. And then just the time warping, just everything that goes into it, how you can kind of, at the end, be able to kind of say to yourself, okay, what happened? Like you're going to use your mind.
Tell me what happened. I want you in one. Tell me, listen, I like time travel too. You watch Back to the Future, I can tell you exactly what happened. It was pretty easy. This one is like, did I just spend 2.5 hours to make myself feel stupid? It doesn't make sense.
Is it too much? I feel like, okay, so I like that it's open-ended. And I said that he goes and he grabs, what's her name? I forget her name, but Anne Hathaway plays. Yes. It's been a while since I've watched it. That he goes and finds her, that they live life on the new planet that his daughter was able to help create through himself whenever he was in the black hole, and helping her at being her ghost, in a sense. So I really do love that movie.
I don't get it. And I think that it's just a joke, because I just think all boys lie and pretend that they understand Interstellar, and no one actually understands Interstellar. But you seem Tesseract, you've got it all figured out. Ghosts, Anne Hathaway, we love it. Did you see this? Let's get back to like not traveling in space and time, but generations continue. And did you see a baby looking at your highlights as K-State fan? Have you seen this?
I have not seen that. 6 pounds, 6 ounces. I love it.
Is that wild to see?
I love it. I love my K-State fans too. That's big time right there.
Yeah, they're showing them your highlights, which were, of course, amazing. And so were last year. You got to finish your 2024 season, Deuce, with your best game. That must have felt great. I was talking to Zach Ertz. That was a loss. He hated it. You, week 18, against those Commanders, what did it feel like to get a chance to sort of cap off your year with 6.2 yards a pop?
Yeah, it felt good. I feel like for ourselves as a unit, we weren't able to get that win. But for myself to finish off the year like that, it was big for myself going into this offseason. I'm really, really process-driven. Never been a guy that has always looked for results. And that was kind of a testament to myself throughout the year, just staying diligent in my process, being disciplined, and understand that an opportunity will pop at some point. I have to be ready to go and play. And it's been able to kind of catapult me into this offseason to get ready for this next year, and I'm excited.
If you, Anne Hathaway, and Matthew McConaughey got into a spaceship through like a black hole and were able to see your first touchdown, what does it look like? Set up your first NFL touchdown for me.
If I had to say how I want it to look, maybe an angle route or an option route out of the backfield in the red zone for a touchdown. That'd be a dream come true.
And what's the celebration?
That might have to be on the fly. I don't really have one right now, but I got to make sure I get the ball. That's going to be the biggest thing. The ball's got to come back. But I don't know. That might be on the fly. I have to go through on training camp and stuff like that.
I dare you to do some interstellar. I don't even know what it would be. I dare you. Like, I don't even know, like a book. I don't even know.
Maybe we can incorporate like space. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
we can
we'll workshop it. Okay, so one of my favorite all-time players is Darren Sproles. And it's like unbelievable to get him on the show and get his thoughts. And he came on my show and he said that you're the player in the league that reminds him most of himself, which is such high praise coming from him. Do you see, and what do you see as far as you and Darren and similarities?
Yeah, first and foremost, Darren Sproles has been a guy that I watched growing up as a little kid. And, you're diminutive, you're a little bit smaller. And the way that he plays football, I mean, you see him on the film right here. He was electric. And for myself, to be elusive, to be able to be the toughest player on the football field, be able to be lightning in a bottle, that's what I try to pride myself off of. And that's what he did for 15 years in this league at the highest level. And for him to say that is truly humbling. I take a lot of pride into it. And I work my butt off for him to say that I look like him and that I remind him of himself. That's really, really big.
Has he ever reached out, or have you guys ever talked? Has he given you any advice?
Yeah. So both going to K-State, I got to meet him my sophomore year while we were playing OU. He came to a game, and that was big for myself being able to meet him. And then at the Big 12 championship, my last year, we were able to meet each other as well. Again, I have his number. I reach out to him whenever I have questions and stuff like that. And he's always been somebody that's in my corner. And just have somebody like that, man, I mean, it's unreal.
What are those conversations like?
For myself, just asking him about the league. How did you take that next step? Just some adversities that I've gone through and things like that. How did you get through this? How did you do this? And what's your workout schedule look like? Just different things, trying to find an edge. So, I mean, he played for 15 years. He's the blueprint. So you want to try and pick his brain and get everything that you can from him so that you can go and try and be the best player you can possibly be. He
really stood out as a punt returner. And you returned 4 punts back in 2023. Any chance we see you out there in 2025?
We got an amazing punt returning Kavontae Turpin right now. So for myself, it's just learning behind him. Man, he's the guy. You see what he did last year. Learning behind him and having the opportunity to learn behind him right now is really, really big. Of course, in preseason, I'd love to get out there and do that stuff as well. But right now, man, just trying to find my niche right now as far as that goes. But Kavontae Turpin is huge.
People are really, and by the way, like you were talking about adversity, like it wasn't really until year 4 that Sproles started getting shots, right? Getting like opportunities and stuff like that. So my favorites, I know his career very well. He scored his first touchdown. Want to know how many years into his career?
How many years?
3. He didn't score his first touchdown until year 3 of his career. So I'm glad that, he's a perfect sort of model for that. I can't wait to see what this running back room looks like. Want to know why I like it so much? Is because people are criticizing it and there's no expectation for the Cowboys running back room. I was looking this morning. People are down on it. Shoddy's there. Can you sort of explain with what you've seen, knowing him, knowing this scheme, why is this running back room going to work for Dallas this year?
I feel like for us, the guys that we brought in, Javonte Miles, Jaden Blue, Phil Maffa, every single day we go inside the building, we're just putting in the work and we're not listening to anything outside of the building. We're coming together. We're doing this as a unit, as a group. We're trying to find ways for all of us to become better football players every single day, and just taking day by day to come out and having an offensive coordinator like Clayton Adams, having a head coach like Brian Schottenheimer is huge for us. Man, they're putting in a great scheme, putting in a great run game that we have a whole bunch of confidence in. The offensive line has a whole bunch of confidence in. We have a whole bunch of confidence in the guys up front. So for us, it's just taking it day by day, understanding that, man, whenever it's time to go out there and put the pads on, to go out there and just be us, and that'll all take care of itself.
I have this idea that just from talking to a bunch of, from Micah to lots of different players on this current Cowboys roster, Shoddy is being so slept on. And like what he has done, everyone's just has used the word energy to me. Energy, like bringing guys together in a different way. Can you explain from your vantage point the Brian Schottenheimer experience?
Yeah, energy is the perfect word to use. Every single day that you step foot into that building, you know that the energy from himself, the coaching staff, and everybody inside the building is going to be up. And it just makes you want to come in and work hard every single day. One of our mantras, and really our biggest mantra, is compete every day. And for us, we really do live by that. Whether it's on the football field, in the meeting rooms, whether that be we're doing types of challenges and stuff to get our competitive juices going. Every single day, you know that it's going to be a great day to come in and you really get to live the professional lifestyle that you want to because of the energy that they bring. They allow you to be yourself. And then whenever you go into the football field, man, you get to go and fly around and compete with the best of them. And that's all you want as a pro.
Compete every day. I love that. He just feels like somebody that you're allowed to be a human in front of, right? Like
Absolutely.
That's what it feels. There's a lot of humanity in that locker room right now.
Absolutely. And he's himself every single day. Coach Schottenheimer's himself every single day. And that's huge because he's like, I'm going to tell y'all to be yourselves. I'm going to be myself. And every single day, whenever you have a head coach like that, man, there's no hesitation or anything whenever you walk inside that building. You understand that it's going to be a great day because you have those people inside there with you. And we're really building a family culture and a community inside that building that is going to be really, really fun to not only watch play on Sundays, but be a part of through Monday through Saturday.
And he's somebody that was there last year. I think one of these like lazy things that I keep seeing is that there won't be a scheme change. There won't be a difference in anything because Shoddy was there last year. Will the scheme look a little bit different? It sounds like yes.
Shoddy will have his mark on the. I think Coach Adams will have their mark on the scheme, and I'm excited about it. Won't say too much. But I'm really, really excited for it. These OTAs and the minicamp process was really, really fun. It was really good to dive into the playbook, and I'm excited to hop into it and get ready for camp.
Bit of a scheme difference on the way, I think. You didn't say it. I just inferred it. Okay, Dak Prescott coming off an injury, number 79 on the NFL's top 100 list. Where should he have been?
Dak Prescott, I can't say. We could sit here for 45 to an hour about me saying good things and great things about Dak Prescott. I feel like, of course, he should be much higher than 79. People will say that the injury is a reason why that he was lower. This upcoming season, I have a feeling he's going to be very, 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 very high on that list whenever it comes back out because of the player that he is and the way he's come back from that injury. Man, we have nothing but faith and a whole bunch of love for Dak, just for the player that he is, the teammate he is, and the leader that he is. So I'm super excited for this upcoming season, and most everything he should be higher.
We can take a TV break. Very good answer. You're very, very polished. Like, my goodness. Short TV break, but we are still live on YouTube, and we will get these clips out. We'll be back right after this. Juice, that was a great answer. I wanted to ask you about Eagles in Philly. Week one, like, let's not, you just heard Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is like, we have to wait till the end of the season. You get the shot at the champs, week one SNF, bright lights treatment. Do you like starting the season with that?
Big time games are usually the ones that you live to play for. So, I mean, week one, Thursday night against the Eagles, that's a big time football game, and players love to play in big time games. So I'm excited for it. We got a lot of time between now and then to get ready to go, and I'm excited for training camp and getting to that week one and starting the season off with a bang.
Do you watch Barkley tape? Are you like friendly? I imagine that's motivational, not only because it's a division rival and the Super Bowl champs, and you got Saquon.
Yeah, no, Saquon Barkley, like, I'll keep saying he's a cat I watched in high school growing up when he was at Penn State and then at the Giants. So like I'm a big time fan of Saquon Barkley. And you saw what he did last year, over 2,000 yards, and the way that he did it with the amount of 70-yard touchdowns that he had. Man, I mean, he is a ball player. And most definitely as a running back and a young guy in this league, that's a cat that you look up to. And that's a cat that I watch a lot of tape on because he's doing it right.
Deuce, at the end of training camp, what will be success for you? Like, what kind of headlines about you? What is the sort of the role, or like, what do you want? Like when you think about, I won't bring up Tesseracts or anything, but if you could take yourself to like training camp's now over, what will success have been to you?
For myself, I've never really been a big numbers or headlines guy. For myself, I'm really process driven. If you talk to anyone else, I'm very process driven. I just want to meet my full potential for the football player that I am going this year coming out of training camp. Whatever that might be, whatever role that might be going into the season, man, I'm going to own that role to 100% of my ability. Of course, you want to be the best football player that you can be, and that's just tackling it day by day at training camp and then letting the chips fall and just going and playing football throughout these preseason games and putting myself in the best situation to be successful.
George Pickens, got to end with him. Huge addition. I think it'll help you guys be successful. Maybe like help stretch the field, help the run game. How has it been having George on this team?
It's been huge. I'd say just from him coming in during OTAs and minicamp, the energy that he's brought into the building as well, man, he's fit just right in like a missing puzzle piece. And it's been really, really cool to see him compete on the football field because when we say compete every single day, that's a cat that goes out there and he's running full speed every single down, no balls on the ground. He prides himself on that. But he's also been a great teammate inside the building, inside that locker room. So we're excited to have him. Anytime that you can bring in a player like this to help you get towards your main goal of winning a Super Bowl, you're going to do it. And so to have him in the building is really, really good.
Back from break with Deuce Vaughn talking about George Pickens, the new addition. We're talking energy with the Cowboys. What kind of energy does George have?
He has a great energy. Great teammate. Like I said, is competitive. Every single day that we get onto the football field, man, you can tell that he wants to be the best and he's striving for it. And that's really, really huge as far as what Coach Schottenheimer, our coaching staff, are building here. They want a whole bunch of guys that are going to come out and compete. A whole bunch of guys that are going to come into our locker room. We got a ping pong table in our locker room. We've got all types of things set up and just going and competing every single day and bonding over it. So it's really, really huge to have GP on the team and the teammate that he's been throughout these OTAs and minicamp. I'm excited for it during training camp.
Keep sleeping on these Cowboys losers out there and keep criticizing them. I'm telling you, they're going to outperform. We might see you guys in the playoffs. I'd love to see it. Deuce, thank you for coming on the show. Appreciate you. Good luck in training camp.
Of course, I appreciate you.
Go crush it. Talk soon. Just not about Interstellar. Bye.